Hello. So I am doing a live video today. Today is February 14th. It is Valentine's Day. I am having a okay day. I got a Valentine's Day gift last week. A nice 40-ounce whatchamacallit, it's a little fuzzy. Let's see if I can remember what these things are called. Not a thermos. Tumbler, yes. I got a 40-ounce purple or lavender tumbler, from the local neighborhood boy, not my local neighborhood, but the Taylor's local neighborhood boy and his girlfriend. I think it is nice to keep up a rapport with the people who are interested in my medical history. That I've had like people interested in not really that person in particular, but there's specific people who have interest, who are interested in the type of medical situations I have, because people are like, oh, you can't test it and stuff, and it is like totally a testable thing. There are definitely things that people look for, especially like young people and their peers and stuff. So, ooh, gross. Sorry. So that's the thing. I remember the first time people started trying to like figure that out when I was like, let's see, I think I was 13 the first time I got offered marijuana. I was offered other drugs before I was ever offered weed. The first time I ever had a seizure, I found out because I smoked weed, and I smoked like literally one puff off it, like one little tiny inhale. So, that's how that works with people who were born with seizures and don't know it. That is not something that normally happens. That is something that happens that is like exceptionally rare. And so, of course, the group I was around did not know what that was like the first time I had a seizure. My dear friend, Mr. Queen, actually, I think Oliver Queen, I think that, yeah, on my Facebook, is who was sitting with me the first time I ever had a seizure. Of course, he did not know that's what was going on. I did not even know. I had thoughts about it up until 2020, and for some reason never like really researched it. I don't know, I didn't have any basis to go off of it. I didn't have any other data. So that's really interesting. But it's not just the seizures. I have like a whole bunch of different like not really personality. I mean, it is personality. Like, it is like the way that I work, like talk and conversate and stuff like that. It's a lack of personality. And the way that I like follow along in conversations, and also like the inhibitory type. You can tell that I have coprolalia, or however you pronounce it. I need to figure out how to pronounce that, but you can tell even without me, like, if you have ever been inebriated with me, or like, do a shot with me, like, kind of thing, and as it is start, like, that process, like, you can tell, you can watch me and tell that I have some interesting things going on. So it is really funny. Some of the people I know that are used to like meeting lots and lots of people, and who are extremely social, and there's some people that are just constantly like that and stuff, who know lots of people and deal with lots of people and stuff, and then there's some people who have done a lot of partying, and so those are the type of people, like, that know me, that know that there is something that is, a little different, not a little different, but, there's something in there. So, that's fun. So I have made friends over the years with some people who have similar interests as me. And I am not a partier. For that reason, I mean, to put it bluntly, I would have probably, considering some of life's difficulties that I was born into, I probably, if it wasn't for my health conditions, not only, it's one of those things where it's like you really don't know, but, of course, would be kind of prone to, doing too much of stuff, and that includes, substances. Oh, excuse me. And that is not something that is part of my daily life, because it, 100% cannot be. And so that's interesting. What was I gonna say? I don't remember now. I think that coffee is finally hitting, this second 40 ounce. It is, like I said, Valentine's Day. Fun times. Thought that was very sweet, as always, of those people to do for me, as they always do. They always listen. They always take into consideration me. We don't even, like, we have never talked much, spoken much. It's an empathetic thing. It's an intelligence thing. And I am very grateful, for them, and, support them as friends and stuff. I think those kind of things are important, because as time goes on, friends groups changes and stuff, there's definitely, I know firsthand from the situation, with my sister and my mother, that there's often times in life that the only people outside of my own, things, that often in life, you only have the people that you work with, that care about you and stuff. So, people who are like in sales and relations, like working with other people and stuff, like I said in a video like last week or something, that I stay kind of, I've never, worked with a ton of, had a strong group of people that I work with, or a strong group of friends and stuff like that, because of the work I've done. And so, it is, it is really nice to, have those people around and stuff. And then I see myself and other people, and I'm like, don't forget, there's people out here that are not your customers, customers, direct friends, that like care about you, and neighbors, you have neighbors, and not necessarily the people that live right around you. So I like, that, I like my friends, like those friends, even if I don't, talk to them, but some groups and some people, like, I say groups because couples and stuff, but like every couple of years and stuff, but, I like to remind people, that there's hope, that there's other people, around and stuff. Life goes on. Don't give up. Things change an awful lot. People's relationships change an awful lot. Sometimes there's relationships that don't change on, an awful lot throughout the years. And, that doesn't mean that, like, I have any kind of, like, unconditional love or anything like that for anybody. I'm not anybody's mother. But, bill collectors. Can be, not really, because I'm not really providing any service or anything, but yeah, I socialize in different ways, and it's really nice to have, those people around that know that. And I mean, like, it's not something that, like, anybody decided, like, it's just part of who I am. And, the world around you provides when you have a need. Ooh. And I mean, a need, not a fault need, kind of like missing an arm and you're in a store and you can't reach something, if people are around, like, somebody will just, like, pick it off the shelf for you, because that's how life works. But, ooh, yeah, we are having a decent, relaxed weekend. Waiting for this tooth, surgery thing to go down next week. The dentist has a, flu respiratory stuff going on right now, so I have to wait. Luckily, the pain is, like, chilled out and stuff for now. So, I'm thankful for that. Kind of, waiting on this to get taken care of, because, whew. the big thing is, like, it's not even, I mean, of course I need to have the pain done and stuff because of my nervous system. And I'm embarrassed to even think about how much of the last couple of years might even just be from that kind of feeling and stuff. But also, I have a tick that is constant, that happens, several times every single day, directly due to that tooth. And so, it needs to be gone. Like, I need to reclaim my movement. And actually, that's about when that tooth started dropping, because it's a molar and it's like started dropping down, it's on the top. About the time that it started doing that, about 6 years ago, is about the time that I started having like the just normal every single day ticks and stuff. So they're not gonna go away, obviously, because I was born like this, but at the same time, I'm like, anything that I'm pointing out, of course, like, something needs to be rerouted, something needs to be taken care of. So hopefully all this will go smoothly. I'm nervous about even talking to the dentist and stuff, because like, also, like, my teeth are just not in the best shape after the last 10 years. So yeah, well, it is Saturday, and I am not sure exactly what I'm gonna do this evening. It involves not being social, because I don't can't really think of anybody to be social with or anything like that. So I am just resting, thinking about, I went for a really long drive yesterday and was like, I'm not going to the beach. So I think I might go somewhere and drive. I think I might go drive and stuff. I don't know exactly where yet. Yesterday I had a destination, now I kind of don't at the moment. So I'll figure that out. Been taking pictures of stuff. Hope everybody has a really good night and a great weekend.